President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
This is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family. She looked at Harry and she's like, you need to get a job.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
If I'm going to succeed in America, I need a lifestyle brand of creams and supplements. Gwyneth Paltrow has Goop, Kourtney Kardashian has Poosh, and Jamie Lee Curtis has Poogert. Now I've got mine, Meg Goo, celebrating the sexy earth goddess in all of us.
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I f***ing hate them.
Meghan totally missed the memo, the message, which is that, yes, having a title is somewhat impressive in Hollywood. Not a lot of people have that, but very, 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 very few, even actors, have the level of following and the level of influence that the Kardashians.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good. Prince Harry called her for and asked her for money.
Markle, and I love it because I love more of these networks and comedy shows calling out Meghan for the B word that she is, because I genuinely believe this. Sweet. I love it. I love it. Now, yeah, because that's what she does. She's been giving the middle finger to the royal family forever. And to see Saturday Night Live, NBC, just calling it for what it is, I love it.
No more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't bath on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
And woman who married into the royal family, and, you know, they were just too, basically what she always said was too dumb for her, and that she went on and she was going to achieve these great things. No, Meghan.
That's fine. I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Sir, your millions from Netflix for no one knows what.
Put it with the rest of them.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good. Prince Harry called her for and asked her for money.
Hey.
Did you know it's cold in there?
Yeah.
Must be an American thing.
It's not.
I'm sure it's wonderful, darling. It only sounds shitty.
Yeah. Thanks.
Could I play?
Sure, you can play.
Great!
Once upon a time, Meghan Markle's name carried the weight of reinvention. She was the American actress who married into royalty, broke free from the monarchy, and promised the world a new vision of independence. She and Prince Harry declared they didn't need the crown, didn't need the palace, and didn't need the monarchy's money. They were going to build their own empire, on their terms. But somewhere along the way, that dream started crumbling. Now comes the bombshell. Meghan reportedly picked up the phone and asked none other than David Beckham for a $20 million loan. Not a business partnership, not a charitable collaboration, just a straight-up bailout. And Beckham, he didn't even hesitate. He said no, just like that. This wasn't just another private rejection. Beckham's refusal cuts deeper, because he's not just a football legend, he's a global business powerhouse. If he won't touch Meghan's brand, what does that say about where her empire stands? Let's break it down.
We got your survey answers, and I think we've put together some great ideas for your brand. I understand you want people to like you more and think you're cool.
The most shocking detail in this saga isn't just the money, it's the desperation behind it. Meghan didn't ask for a meeting or pitch him in a boardroom. She reportedly called David Beckham directly and asked for a staggering $20 million loan. That's not small change. That's the kind of figure you ask a bank, a hedge fund, or a venture capitalist for, not a celebrity friend. And Beckham's reaction? Swift and final. He declined. No negotiations, no soft landing, no polite, let's think about it. It was a clean, immediate no. That kind of response tells you everything you need to know about how he viewed the request. Beckham, who has invested in everything from football clubs to fashion empires, didn't see this as a viable opportunity. He saw it as a bailout. And in the high-stakes world of Hollywood and business, bailouts mean weakness, not potential.
And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife!
Oh, you hilarious, Meghan. Why did you move back here anyway?
It was ultimately a tough call, but there were a lot of factors to consider.
Why does Beckham's rejection sting so badly? Because David Beckham isn't just another A-list celebrity with money to burn. He's carefully built his reputation as a brand genius. From football glory to fashion with Victoria Beckham, from co-owning Inter Miami to massive global sponsorships, Beckham has become a symbol of clean success. He doesn't just throw money around, he calculates. He invests in ventures with staying power. When Beckham aligns himself with a project, it sends a signal of trust and quality. And when he turns something down, that sends a message too. By rejecting Meghan, Beckham isn't just saying no to a friend, he's signaling to the industry that her brand, as ever, lacks credibility. For Meghan, who built her post-royal image on powerful alliances and endorsements, this rejection carries weight far beyond the bank account. It suggests her pitch isn't just weak, it's toxic. To understand why Meghan even needed $20 million, you have to look at her lifestyle brand, As Ever. When it launched, it was billed as her Goop moment, a sleek wellness empire meant to rival Gwyneth Paltrow's success. Candles priced at nearly $90, bottles of wine that were more Instagram aesthetic than actual taste, and a launch campaign dripping in soft focus filters.
What the hell?
What did he just say? He victimized me. It's because I'm an ethnic woman.
He can't do that. I'll see. Wait, you're ethnic? This is an outrage. We'll just see how he deals with my blue. It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. Our Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife.
But instead of dominating the wellness scene, As Ever flopped. Influencers mocked the products in unboxing videos. One woman lit the candle and quipped, "Smells like Montecito debt." Another spat out the wine mid-sip and deadpanned, "Tastes like desperation." Online reviews weren't kinder. Some called the brand soulless. Others called it a parody of privilege. What Meghan had hoped would be her empire quickly became a meme. The products didn't sell, the audience didn't connect, and the supposed revolution in luxury wellness looked like a cash grab from the start. In today's world, perception is everything, and Meghan's brand became a punchline overnight. Hashtags like "Narwarbs Never" and "Mar Montecito Money Grab" trended across Twitter. TikTok was flooded with parody videos mocking her products. A $90 candle was compared to something you could find on Etsy for $10. The harsh reality is that once a brand becomes a meme, it's almost impossible to recover. People don't just see the product anymore, they see the joke. And that's exactly what happened with As Ever. Instead of being talked about as Meghan's bold new business move, it became shorthand for overpriced failure.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
Even Meghan's supposed target audience, the wellness-conscious, progressive consumer base, didn't buy in. They saw through the glossy marketing and called it what it was: style over substance. In business, ridicule kills faster than silence. And Meghan's brand didn't just flop, it got roasted into irrelevance. Perhaps the most telling sign of Meghan's decline is the silence from her once powerful inner circle. Remember when Oprah was practically her spokesperson, giving the Sussexes that bombshell interview? Remember Ellen DeGeneres, Serena Williams, and Tyler Perry all lining up to support Meghan publicly? Perry even gave them his mansion during their royal escape. But now, crickets. Oprah hasn't mentioned Meghan in ages. Ellen, once a vocal cheerleader, has stayed quiet. Serena Williams, who used to be her ride or die, has put noticeable distance between them. Hollywood insiders say it's not personal, it's business. Being too closely tied to Meghan's string of failures risks your own brand.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
When your most powerful allies stop picking up the phone, that's not coincidence. It's a sign that your brand is no longer an asset, but a liability. And Meghan's silence from her circle is louder than any public statement. The irony of Meghan's situation can't be ignored. She and Harry left the royal family shouting about independence. They told the world they didn't want taxpayer money, didn't want the crown's financial support. They wanted to stand on their own. But now, Meghan is dialing up celebrity friends for multi-million-dollar bailouts. What happened to financial freedom? What happened to being bigger than the crown? The optics are disastrous. Instead of embodying independence, Meghan looks dependent on the goodwill of wealthy friends. And when those friends, like Beckham, refuse, it exposes the hollowness of the independence narrative. Meghan traded one institution for another, but the monarchy at least had stability. Hollywood runs on money and momentum, and once those fade, it drops you without hesitation.
And please stop sending me samples.
I hear you, Andy. I'll amp it up. I'll smash a wine glass. I'll tell Kyle she has Munchausen syndrome. I'll accuse Dorit of doing coke.
Her promise of independence has morphed into a portrait of desperation, and no Instagram filter can hide that. One of Meghan and Harry's biggest plays after leaving the royals was their Netflix deal, reportedly worth $100 million. At first, it looked like a golden ticket. Their docuseries drew big curiosity. People wanted to see the inside story of the Sussexes. But the problem with curiosity is that it fades. By the time a second round of content rolled out, viewership had dropped sharply. Critics weren't kind, calling the shows repetitive, preachy, and dull. Behind the scenes, insiders revealed Netflix started shifting focus away from Sussex projects, prioritizing content that actually delivered numbers. What was supposed to be Meghan's streaming empire fizzled into just another deal in decline. If Netflix, one of the most powerful media platforms, has lost faith in her draw, it's a devastating blow. It signals not just one flop, but a collapse in momentum.
If it's truly what we want, then we really can get away from it all. No more magazines and Netflix shows. We really can live a normal life. Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling.
Then came Spotify. Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, was meant to be her breakout as a thoughtful, empowering voice. Instead, it lasted one season. Spotify quietly pulled the plug, and then the real bomb dropped. Executives reportedly called the deal a mistake. One even used the word grifters to describe the Sussexes. That label stuck like glue. The internet picked it up, headlines ran with it, and suddenly Meghan's entire brand was viewed through that lens. The end of Archetypes wasn't just the end of a podcast. It was the end of credibility in the audio space. No major platform wants to take the risk again. Spotify's rejection wasn't just about poor performance, it was a verdict on Meghan's consistency, authenticity, and value. And once the word grifters entered the conversation, the damage became irreversible.
We couldn't get jobs and we ran out of money. We ate chicken out of bowls and rode in big cars full of smelly people to something called work. Every day was a new nightmare.
So, why did Beckham really say no? Because investors don't just invest in ideas, they invest in people. And Meghan, right now, comes with too much baggage. There are the lawsuits with her half-sister Samantha, the ongoing rift with her father, Thomas Markle, whispers of marital tension with Harry that just won't die down. Add to that the trail of failed business deals, from Netflix to Spotify to As Ever, and the risk profile skyrockets. Beckham didn't say no because he dislikes Meghan. He said no because the numbers, the optics, and the history all scream unstable. For someone as calculated as Beckham, investing in Meghan wouldn't just be throwing away money, it would be damaging his own carefully built brand. And in Hollywood, protecting your brand always comes first.
Okay, well, I actually didn't do anything, but I'm glad you have a job.
Yeah, well, it's technically not a job. Don't know where you heard that.
Don't worry, my love. He's not gonna get away with this.
Would you ever consider joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Are you serious?
Beckham's rejection wasn't just personal, it was symbolic. When a figure as respected and influential as David Beckham refuses to back you, the whole industry pays attention. It sends a ripple effect. If Beckham won't touch this, why should anyone else? In a business built on momentum and perception, this one no may have been Meghan's loudest humiliation yet. It exposed the cracks in her empire, revealed the fragility of her image, and made it clear that the once unstoppable Duchess is now radioactive. What Beckham did, in a single moment, was puncture the illusion Meghan had worked so hard to create. The rebel Duchess, the new media mogul, the independent powerhouse, suddenly all of it looks like smoke and mirrors. And the harsh truth is, once Hollywood labels you as unreliable, comebacks are rare. So here we are. Meghan Markle, the woman who once symbolized independence, reinvention, and resilience, now facing one of the harshest rejections of her post-royal life. David Beckham's no wasn't just about money, it was about credibility. It exposed the desperation, the shaky foundation of her brand, and the industry's growing reluctance to back her. Her empire of glossy Instagram posts, luxury candles, and carefully curated narratives has been stripped bare. And now, the silence of her once loyal allies speaks louder than any tabloid headline. Oprah, Serena, Ellen, gone quiet. Netflix pulled back. Spotify, done. And now Beckham, firmly out. The question that lingers is simple. Can Meghan recover? Can she pull off one last reinvention? Or has the industry already decided she's yesterday's story? In Hollywood, you're only as good as your next move. And right now, Meghan's next move is the one nobody seems willing to bet on. Because sometimes the biggest humiliation isn't being hated, it's being forgotten.